How you guys doing today? Today I'm so excited. I want to talk about three topics, or three letters actually. I want to talk about three letters today. The three letters that I'm going to talk about is a pay to delete, a Goodwill letter, as well as a cease and desist letter. So stay tuned. My name is Jay, and welcome to Ask a Debt Collector. Now, I've been in the debt collection industry for over 15 years. I've done it all, from skip tracing to collecting to management, and I've owned 2 debt collection agencies. For the past 8 years, I've been the go-to guy for friends and family for questions regarding debt and credit, and now I want to be that person for you. If you have any questions, put them down in the comment section. I promise I'll answer those questions. Let's go. Now, these 3 letters I'm probably asked about a lot with regards to debt and credit in general. And so I figure, you know what? I've talked about each one of these topics on an individual level, but I want to clump them all together and briefly explain exactly what the letter is and how it's used, or how the best way to use the letters. And then for every single person who watches this video till the end, who likes and subscribes to this YouTube channel, obviously if you're already subscribed, you still can opt in. There's something huge at the end of this that'll help every single one of you guys. So stay to the end. Let's talk about a cease and desist letter. Now, this letter is a letter that some people are aware of, but a lot of people aren't that much aware of it. Now, this is a letter that you send to creditors if they are harassing you or calling you multiple times and bothering you, right? What the cease and desist letter is, it's a letter that is sent to the collection agency to stop them from contacting you so much. Typically, if you're dealing with a legit collection agency and you get them on the phone and you tell them like, hey, now's not a good time, call me at such and such time. A good collector, myself, I'm gonna wait and call you at that time. I give every single consumer the benefit of the doubt in the beginning, right? To call you at that time span. Now, there are collectors out there, and I've worked with them, who sort of kind of get an itch when they know that they're collecting on accounts and they got a consumer and they're sort of kind of the consumer's rude to them in their opinion, and they don't want any calls. They're embarrassed about getting calls at work, or embarrassed about getting calls to their, in-laws or cousins, aunts, uncles, brothers, and sisters. Sometimes they'll get an itch and they'll constantly do that. But nevertheless, if you don't want a collection agency to contact you anymore, you can send them a cease and desist letter. This letter will let them know that from here on out, they're not allowed to contact you by phone anymore. Typically with the cease and desist letter, the only thing that the debt collection agency can do once they receive this letter is send you another letter letting you know what's going to transact or what's going to happen from here. Now, understand something. With the cease and desist letter, when you send those out, yes, it will stop the harassment. Yes, it will stop the calls. But understand a key and vital part of that cease and desist letter. If you're dealing with a company that can possibly sue you, you send them a cease and desist letter, then that gives them grounds to file a civil suit sooner. So if you're a person with assets, you got a job where they can possibly garnish your wages, obviously contact a lawyer in your area with regards to how or what's the best option for you. But understand, once that does happen, that can happen. So cease and desist letter stops a debt collection agency from contacting you either at home or work or any relatives or family members, and give you peace of mind. The next letter I'm going to talk about is a Goodwill letter. Now, a Goodwill letter is a letter that you send to your creditor with regards to your payments. Now, typically, depending on the creditor you want to have at least a year plus of positive payment history with them. Now, what a Goodwill letter will do is, let's say you've had them for 2 years, a credit card through, let's say, American Express. And 2 of those times over the course of the 2 years, you had a late payment. And that reflects on your credit report. Now, if every other month you're always making your payments, you're always doing everything that you want to do, you can send that company a Goodwill letter, and basically what happens is those late payments will come off of your credit report. Now, I don't recommend people who constantly have late payments or constantly the utilization on your cards are completely full or even overspending over the balance. I wouldn't recommend that you do it. But at the end of the day, you can always send it out and see, because, hey, you may have 8 late payments in a course of 2 years, and they may take off 4 of those late payments or 2 of those late payments. So it never hurts to try and do it, but understand that that's what it is. Now, I don't care what your situation is or what your circumstance is. I've seen a person who they had an account over 6 years, and they've had maybe 8 or 9 late payments during the course of that time. We sent out a Goodwill letter on their behalf, and all 8 of those late payments came off of their credit report, therefore boosting their FICO score. I believe it went up almost 70 points. But a Goodwill letter is typically for consumers who have a good relationship with their creditor and may have gone late once or twice. But if you've gone late a lot more, it never hurts to try and see about getting some of those late payments removed off of your credit report, therefore boosting your FICO score and making your life a lot easier. The last and final letter, the most popular letter, is a pay to delete letter. Now, for those of you who don't know what a pay to delete letter is basically, hopefully, you verified the information with regards to the account. You know that at the end of the day, it is your account. You do have to actually pay on that account. A pay to delete letter is an awesome way to actually send to the creditors, a debt collection agency, hey, if I pay my balance on this American Express card, will you guys delete the information off my credit report? The reason why this is so vital is because when you have an account, let's say I had an account with American Express, it's been charged off for 3 years, right? It's been on collections on my credit report. And so then finally I have the money to pay American Express, right? I owe them $1,000, I have $1,000, I pay them. Once you pay that account without a pay to delete letter, what happens is it's updated on your credit report as a paid in full account or settled account, depending on what you did with the original creditor. But guess what? That mark stays on your credit report for another 7 years, right? And so it shows it's better than a charge off or a profit and loss account on your credit report. It shows as a paid collections account, right? So what the pay to delete letter does is it gives you the opportunity to still pay American Express that $1,000, or if they're willing to allow you to get a settlement. But once it is paid, this letter states, if the creditor agrees upon it, that they will delete that derogatory mark off of your credit report as if it was never there. And that is what a pay to delete letter is. Now, every creditor doesn't accept them, and collection agencies don't accept pay to delete letters all the time, but like the other letter of the Goodwill letter, it never hurts for you to try. Now, for everyone who stayed till the end, guess what? All 3 of those letters, Goodwill, cease and desist, as well as a pay to delete letter, for free, down in the description. Click the link of which one you want, or if you want all 3 of them, click the link, and for free, I'll send you a template of a Goodwill letter, a cease and desist letter, or a pay to delete letter. For every single person, just make sure you like this video, share it with your friends and family. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to grow this YouTube channel, and hopefully these 3 letters will help you with regards to cleaning up your credit on your credit journey. Lastly, there's another freebie that I have for you. A free consultation, 30 minutes, one-on-one with me with regards to your credit. If you're looking at possibly cleaning up your credit and you need some help with regards to doing it, there's another link down below with regards to a free 30-minute consultation. During that consultation, we'll go over your credit needs, figure out what it is that you want, and if the shoe fits, you want to move forward, you can hire us, Clear and Strategic Credit Repair Services, to help clean up your credit. Now, there's some other things down there. There's 50% off of the DIY credit repair packet. If you don't need my help, you can do it on your own. It has the steps and so forth with regards to doing that. That's 50% off, as well as an inquiry removal kit. We have that. It'll be down in the description. I believe you have to email me. We're setting all this stuff up to eventually where all you have to do is click one time and then you can opt into whatever it is that you want. But those 3 letters are for free. The consultation, 30 minutes, is for free. Hopefully this stuff will help you guys get from where you are to where you need to be as far as your credit journey goes. If you have any questions about credit or debt, put them down in the comment section. I promise I'll answer those questions. And as I always state, you be great.